Good afternoon, 47. Your target is Xander Haverfoek, attaché at the Swedish consulate in Marrakesh. We are expecting him to meet a courier in the city to facilitate the transport of a consignment of diamonds on behalf of Claus Hugo Strandberg. You must both retrieve the package and eliminate the target. We have been unable to obtain any information on where this package is located, so you will need to shadow either the target or the courier to discover its location. The clock is ticking, 47. Good luck.
Hello and welcome to another video with me, Rauchenwald. Now in this video I'm going to show you how to complete Hitman's elusive target, the fixer that takes place in Marrakesh within Hitman's world of assassination with a silent assassin rating, using the default spawn and the default loadout with your silenced pistol, lockpick and coins to make sure that you are able to follow along with this guide even if you haven't unlocked any alternative starting locations or items. Last but not least, here's your reminder to like, subscribe and enable notifications so you don't miss out on future videos. And with that, let's jump directly into the mission. In this run, we are not going to bother to observe the meeting because it just takes extra time and doesn't get us anywhere. Therefore, from the spawn, you want to head to the left and then straight ahead because we're going to make our way into the school where eventually the courier will be with the diamonds. So here you have to make a right turn and then left up the stairs. And on top, you want to crouch then and equip your coins because we have to distract the former school's headmaster, subdue him, stash his body in a crate so we can then pick up the school key.
Jeez. Is anybody there?
With the key in our possession, you want to continue straight here and to the left and then vault up onto that ledge and then continue to the right until you reach the drain pipe around the corner. Once there, vault onto the drain pipe and slide all the way down, then immediately turn around and crouch and proceed straight down the stairs here and straight ahead to the corner in front of you. At that corner, make a left turn and stick a little bit to the right, walk past the armored cars on the right hand side and approach the door in front of you that you can now unlock with the key you just picked up. In this area here, stick to the left and wait for the guard to start to turn left and walk away until you then can subdue him. With him subdued, take his disguise as it makes the next step a little bit easier and proceed to the next door that you can again unlock using the director's key. In the next area, you want to unlock the door on your left, but do not enter the room directly because as you can see, the officer that's an enforcer is actually going to walk around the table. This is the perfect timing and perfect moment to subdue that officer once he's at the other side of the table, drag his body into the crate behind you and then take his disguise and pick up his gun. Now, if you're a little slower, then the officer and the guard in the room will be in a different part of their routine and you will have to wait a little bit. You can now continue straight through here and vault into the crates here and then vault up into the restroom on the upper floor. Here you want to use your instincts because the only enforcer that's walking around is another officer in the room on the left and Zaydan himself that is actually going to look out the window in front of us in a minute. You can monitor him on the minimap, seeing the bright white dot and obviously using your instinct. Next up here, you want to dismiss one or two guards, specifically or actually only one. You do not have to dismiss this one, but here on the left side hallway there is one guard you have to dismiss. In my run, as you can see, I try to see if I can dismiss more of the guards, which obviously doesn't work. So again, all you have to do is dismiss the guard out in the hallway that you can see right now, and then you can come back into this area with the food and just wait here. You have to, however, use your instinct and keep an eye on Zaydan because at some point he will enter this area as well. And I'm going to fast forward slightly to the point where I'm back in this area because again, I spent some time walking around dismissing guards that don't have to be dismissed in the first place. With all the unnecessary guards dismissed, I finally make my way back And then here what you want to do is you want to use your coins and lay a coin lure. So you place one coin in front of the closet here and another one somewhere in the area here, so that when your target ideally approaches, then he will see the coins and walk to the closet, allowing you to subdue him, which is also the reason why we had to dismiss the one guard in the hallway. You should be aware that, as a nice coincidence, Zaydan will actually come here first and he will also follow the coin lure, which allows you to take out the only roaming enforcer in the school for your disguise as well. Since this takes a little bit of time, I'm gonna fast forward to the moment where Zaydan actually enters the room and where we'll take care of him. You obviously have to take cover, which you can do here behind that piece of furniture or crate on the floor. And as you can see, he will notice the coin and he will then pick up the first coin, make his way to the second coin. And when he's there, you can approach him from behind, subdue him and stash his body into the closet so it cannot be found.
You still got it.
With his body stashed, you want to make sure to pick up your coins again and then lay the same coin lure again. This time, however, it is obviously for the courier, so we can subdue him, take the diamonds off him, and we don't have to actually kill him to maintain our silent assassin rating. You can go into the same spot to hide again. However, there is the chance that your courier will approach from the other door on the left, which happens in this case, and I'm gonna fast forward to the moment he approaches. As you can see, in my case, he actually arrives from the back side and gets confused why I'm crouching and hiding here. So if that happens to you, you obviously just have to stand up and he will continue in his routine. On his way, he will spot the first coin and be happy about his luck and start to follow our coin lure again to the closet, and again allow us to subdue him in front of the closet, stash his body, and then pick up the diamonds, and with that complete 2 out of our 3 objectives. Don't forget to pick up your coins as well, although you might not use them in the rest of the run, but it's still a good habit to do. And with that done, we want to make our way from the school to the consulate. For that, you can just use or keep your current officer's disguise and walk out through the front door. There are next to no enforcers on the map for this disguise, and you are allowed to enter almost every area with the exception of the upper floor of the consulate. So once we are at the consulate, we actually will have to change our disguise. To speed things up a little bit, I'm gonna slightly fast forward to the moment we arrive at the consulate. Once there, it doesn't matter if you vault over the wall here or if you go through the main entrance. What you want to do first is make your way into the garage by going through the door on the left here. And then in the garage, you want to turn right and approach the table that contains the consulate keycard, since we will need it later. With the keycard in your possession, you can continue straight ahead to the door behind the armored vehicle to make your way into the ground floor of the consulate, where, just to be safe, we are going to take care of the security system to turn off and disable all cameras. You can, but don't have to, pick up all the items on your way, like I'm doing here, picking up the crowbar and the wrench. And once you're upstairs, you want to make a left turn and continue straight ahead, and then make another left turn and then go through the door on your right. Now, while I'm trying to throw something into the corner to distract the guard so I can subdue him silently, you can actually just proceed to knock him out with the crowbar, like I will end up doing anyways in this specific run, and then using your instinct to make sure that the hallway on your right is empty. You can see on the minimap right now that it's currently not. Drag his body out and dump it in a crate there. Obviously, as you can see, if you don't make the unnecessary steps that I went through here, you would shave a couple minutes off of your run. Once you have him knocked out, don't forget to disable the security system, and then, as said, drag his body simply out through the door, but keep an eye on the minimap because there's one patrolling NPC, and dump the body in there. You now want to equip his uniform as your new disguise, because again, the officer is not allowed to go to the upper floor, but the security guard is. So with the disguise, run back, turn right, and walk up the stairs on your right. And once you're all the way up, continue straight ahead, make a right turn and then a left turn. Once here, you want to continue straight ahead and then here slightly right to the door in front of you. use your keycard to unlock the door and then enter the room. And then here, go to the left. There is a door on the left-hand side that you also need to unlock with your keycard. And then again, you want to use your coins. You don't need as many as I have here. Technically 2 coins are more than enough, or actually 1 would be enough considering the other items we have as well. And you want to then place a coin lure or a small coin lure in the room itself, because later Claus Strandberg and our target will walk past this door and we will be able to open the door, throw a coin or some other item to lure them in, and then by having a second coin, making sure that Claus Strandberg walks deep enough or far enough into the room, and then when he picked up the coin and starts to leave, we want to bump into our target to prevent the target from leaving, and once Claus Strandberg leaves the room and the door closes, we can then simply kill our target either by subduing him and snapping his neck, or by using a screwdriver, or by, once he starts walking, just shooting him into the head. I'm gonna fast forward a little bit here again to the point where Claus Strandberg and our target actually are in this area. As you can see, after around a minute, they will show up in this area and they will stay here on the left-hand side for quite some time. Now, theoretically, you could try to throw a coin into the room now and hope that Claus Strandberg is the one that goes investigate it, but I feel like it's not worth the risk and it's better to wait a little bit longer until they continue in their routine, which means I'm again gonna fast forward a little bit to the point when they start moving again. Roughly a minute later, they actually continue on their route, which is the moment for you to enter the room, open the door here, and then throw a coin into the room. That's close enough for Claus Strandberg to react to it. He will enter the room and ideally will see the second or at least second coin that you placed somewhere deeper into the room. If you want to, you can, like I do, pick up the letter opener, and the important part is that Claus Strandberg goes far enough into the room so the target actually follows far enough as well. Eventually, after he picked up the second coin without seeing our third coin, he actually will turn around, and this is the time for you to start bumping into the target. It doesn't cause any negative effects, but it keeps the target standing where it is. And once the door closes, you want to just walk behind him. He will continue walking and you can just kill him from behind. Then grab his body and drag him into the closet that is on the other side here. And be aware, however, for this whole procedure, there is one point in the whole routine where another NPC actually walks through the room. So when you're doing this, or before you start luring Claus Strandberg in, make sure to check the minimap if it appears as if an NPC is about to enter the room. If it's the case, you're probably better off waiting an extra 10 minutes for the whole routine to happen again. If it works like for me here, you are pretty much done and you just have to make your escape. To do that, you want to retrace some steps, get down to the first or ground floor, and then here actually continue, not necessarily through the security room, but you will have to get your officer's disguise again. You could walk out of the consulate and take one of the regular exits, or you could walk to the entry area of the consulate, and there then on the left-hand side here in front of us, in that, maybe conference room or break room, you can pick up car keys on the desk. And with that, you can now walk back and down into the basement or the car garage, and there use an old, what I believe to be an old Mercedes as your escape vehicle. Now, obviously, this run could have been done slightly better by picking up, for example, the car keys for the escape vehicle when we first are on the ground floor of the embassy, or by not wasting time with trying to lure the guard that guards the security system. But overall, I believe it's a quite decent run that will give you the challenges for this elusive target, including the finishing it as Silent Assassin. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and enable notifications so you don't miss out on future content. And with that, I'm gonna leave you to it. See you in one of my other videos. Till then, bye-bye.